Yeah.
All right, we sometimes it be starting the live before it gives me the countdown. I've been watching our playbacks and it'd be like while I'm doing the countdown, we already live, so we're probably live now. Yeah,
Or
we are.
like they watching me
Yo,
like
yo, 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 welcome back to the Heavily Opinionated Podcast. It's your boy Jamel Kijana, aka Melly Mel, aka whatever
Whatever
you
you
wanna
wanna call
call
me.
me. And with me, I got.
It's your boy, it's your homie. It's Playboy Troy in the building.
Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. Who else I got with me tonight?
It's your boy Kubi High, aka Funny Mason, and I'm here. I'm with it. Let's go. Let's get
Yes,
into it.
sir. And last but certainly not least,
certainly, but never least. You know what it is? It's your boy Platinum Pat. Y'all know what it is.
is that
Let's
Bob
get
Ross with a
It is.
spatula?
No, it's with a paintbrush.
Oh, it's a paintbrush. It looked like.
Why would he have a
That's how
spatula?
you know. That's how you know I be on the grill.
No, he got a paintbrush and he got his little thing.
having a
He
spatula.
about to make some art. He about to make
Like,
some art. Ain't
what
that
is
right,
it?
Bob? He actually, no lie.
Why do you have that?
He low key look like a
Where
little
did you get
Dicky.
that from? I thought that was gonna be my next guess, but I couldn't think of Buddy name.
It's
until
little
you said
Dicky
it.
dad.
I was like the guy who got the rapper who got a show. I
Yeah.
was like, I can't.
Why
remember.
do I have this? Because I
Who
go to the
cosplay
fair.
as a rapper?
Because I like going to the fair. You know.
Oh, okay.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, you get food. You get some good food there. You get to play some games. You know, get to
Oh,
spend
you won that?
get to spend some quality time. Yes.
You won that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, shout out to you, bro. So they
Yeah.
had a Bob Ross stuffy
Yeah, they did.
A stuffy.
They did.
Is that what you just
on
called it?
Fluffy.
I never
What you
heard
call him?
nobody
My
say all
bad.
that stuffy before.
I've never heard that one
I
before.
was like, that must be
I,
insane.
I let them
Fluffy.
have it.
My bad.
You know,
A
I don't
plushie.
want
I meant to say plushie.
Yeah, plushie. Okay, yeah.
Whoa.
I had. It was one of them. It was one of them. My bad. But yeah, okay. Shout out to bro.
Oh,
Shout out
what?
to Bob Ross. What
Hey,
an
man,
icon.
why we just can't call it a fucking stuffed
stuffed toy.
animal, a
Well,
stuffed
that's a
toy,
stuffed fig. That's not an animal. That's a stuffed
a
figure.
stuffed toy?
Yeah, that's not
A
an
stuffed-
animal.
Stuffed toy
A stuffed toy. Yeah, what would you
Stuffed toy.
call? Yeah, a stuffed toy.
or a plushie. I mean, you
What's
could
wrong
call
with
it
the
a
plushie?
plushie.
Nah.
What's wrong with plushie?
What it is, bro. It's a plushie.
Bro, nothing's plush about that. First off,
Huh?
second off,
You got a squishmallow?
the plushie is a little dangerous, and I
Okay,
don't
it's a
don't even think it's FCC regulated. Let's just put it that way.
What?
it's a
You just be throwing out random ass
Chat,
labels.
What are
if
you
anyone's
talking
in the
about?
chat,
It's a
help
plushie,
us out.
gang.
I don't understand what he's talking
Like
about.
them plushies that all everybody going crazy right now. That's going viral.
It's just
Y'all know what they
mad
call?
close.
Yeah, the squishmallows.
You know,
Yeah,
it's just
them joints.
Yeah,
I
that's
seen
what he
them
got. He got a
today.
squishmallow that he just showed.
what the fuck is a squishmallow?
What Nazi just showed you. They're very like
A
they're just
stuffed
very big.
animal?
We talking about the stuffed
Yeah, they're
animals?
like stuffed animals. They got like names. What's that squishmallow's name?
He said, "What's that Squishmallow's name?"
A motherfucking walrus?
They like
No, it has a
colorways.
name
They
on the
like
little name
Jordans.
tag usually.
No, its name is Walrus. All right.
Hey,
It
I got that new.
Okay,
I got
it
that new
literally.
marshmallow.
Okay, you want to see what
That
the
new
actually what the tag
marshmallow.
say?
Yeah.
What the
does
tag say is squishy plush.
Oh, so you
I
got
told
a
you, bro. It's a plushie.
No, it's a squishy plush at the very minimum.
squishy plush.
I'm not calling it squishy.
You're calling it a plushie. What the fuck is
I
the
thought it was called a plushie. What's wrong with that? I don't know, man.
what is the so what's
What is a squishy plush? Just say a plushie.
what's the E in the plush?
It's like saying plus plus.
After you
plushie
say
plushie.
plush,
It's like saying cat
I don't
call.
understand this.
when you say plushie, what's the ending of that?
Why would I say squishy plus? If I already saying it's squishy, why do I have to say plush? Just say plushie.
Lord have mercy.
Because
It's one word. You saying two words in
does
one.
not mean squishy. What do you mean?
Why are we having this conversation?
I was wondering the same
Because
thing.
for some reason I didn't know saying what squishy is worse than plushy. I didn't know this. This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Plushie is way worse than squishy.
Huh?
I usually
Plushie
just
is
call it a stuffed animal or a stuffed figure, a stuffed toy, whatever.
Hold on. I think we need to actually
A
get to
plush toy. That's what you usually call a
So
plush.
we go. So how about this? We put a poll up. We put a poll up on Instagram. and see what they call it.
Can I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
But can we get to the definition of plush?
What is
A rich fabric of silk, cotton, wool, or combination of these things with a long, soft nap.
do you see the soft ass hair?
So when you say plush and you say plushy, what is the ushy at the end of the plush that you're saying?
It's just like when you go to Kroger's. There's no S.
I
there.
never thought in my life I would
There's
have
no
to
S there,
explain
but we call it Kroger's.
No.
I never
Please.
do. I always just
Explain
call
it.
it. Kroger.
So this,
Please let him-
I'm gonna
You call
explain
it
it. Hold on,
Kroger.
I'm breaking it down.
Like a nasty motherfucker.
I'm gonna break it down. I got
You call it Kroger, don't you? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just call it Kroger. I'm going to Kroger.
So
When I go to Publix, that should be hitting. What you call it, Publix?
No, what? You just said the same thing.
No, it's not. It's two different things.
like if you go to the Pokemon
Say
store,
it what you said and say what you think I say it like.
When you go to Publix,
Publix.
yeah, Publix.
Publix. Yeah, everyone calls it Publix. Because
Okay, cool.
nobody.
No, it's called, because if you added an S, you can't add an S to
Can't
the
because
end of
the X already sounds so like.
The sound is there. It's just a
Yeah, the
lingering
sound's already
S.
there. Like,
Publix's.
nah,
You
don't
would
get
have
me
to
wrong.
add
Occasionally,
Publix.
I
When you
will
go to
probably
Publix?
put an S at the end of
Ew.
Kroger's.
When you go to Publix, when you
you
go
would
to
have to add an ES
Publix.
to the X.
Like, okay, this is the time I will say an S at Kroger. I'll be like, is there a Kroger's out here? But if I say I'm about to go to Kroger, I'll just say it that way. But if I'm at, I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I just say-
occasionally,
Going to the store.
I'll put an S at the
or
end.
Kroger's.
I'm going to
I
the
just
store.
call it Kroger.
I just say Kroger.
Yeah, I think if I'm trying to look for multiple Krogers, see, like right there, like multiple ones, then I'll put
How
an
do you
S on it,
spell
like how I
churches?
do with everywhere.
How do you spell churches?
With
When you
that.
talk about the chicken joint, how do you spell churches?
Well, you put it at you apostrophe S it because it's
Yeah.
Yeah, churches is like
I
a
don't want to
possession.
have English class right now, bro.
I'm not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Go
didn't.
back to this plush and
I
squishy.
didn't think to put the apostrophe for the S there. But plushies is okay.
Can we go back to that? Because he
Yeah.
has a problem with saying squishy plush, but you're saying plushy, which is comboing the word squishy and plush and just putting squishy at the end of plush and calling it a plushie.
Because so what's your problem with combining it?
No,
I'm just
but
saying, for me, it's redundant. So I'm not gonna say a squishy plush.
where's the
It's
redundancy?
redundant. It's like saying cat call. Like
No.
I got a cat.
But
I
that's
have
not-
a comment access
He got a good
call.
point on that. He got a
Why
good
would
point.
I
on that.
say
Wait, what?
cat
It makes
call?
it. There's no point of calling it a cat card if in the word cat, this last C is card. That's literally the purpose of the word being called cat. So why would it be called
What
cat?
is that?
Yeah, so why would
What
I
is
say
that?
plushy? Wait, what? Squishy plush? Why would I say that? It's squishy. It's plushy. It's the same thing. It's soft.
It's the same thing.
Because what is a cat card? A cat card is a military IDs.
Oh,
Go ahead.
see, yeah,
Plush.
But
Yeah, I'm
usually
just
you
using
call
that
it a
as an
cat. Do
example
you have
of
a
why
cat?
that's
A cat
how my
card.
mind works. That's all I'm saying.
Common access card.
You're
That's
saying, I see what you're saying there, but it's an abbreviation, but it's not redundant.
No, it is.
No, it's not, because
It's two different words that mean the same thing.
Common
have-
access card.
no, that's different. That is I mean, technically in that case, it's an abbreviation as well. So technically, if you say it twice, then that would be stupid. But if you're saying plushie, you haven't said squishy
So
plush.
you saying you illiterate?
plush.
I'm just playing.
But that's like if
Right.
somebody called it. If somebody's like, "Do you have your ID identification?" Like, why the fuck did you say it twice?
Oh,
Right,
there's
right.
something where we always say
In
it
that
twice.
case, that makes
I'm trying to
sense.
think.
But if someone's saying in a sentence, you're not gonna say, "Do you have your squishy plushie?" You're gonna say, "Do you have your squishy plush?" or "Do you have your plushie?" So there's no redundancy
Say
there.
plushie. Yeah. Do you have a plushie? Do you have your stuffed animal?
The abbreviation is living there as its abbreviation. Now, if somebody came up to you and said, "Do you have a plushie?"
Why the fuck is this a conversation, bro?
I
That's
don't know
different.
at all.
This is so fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, pull
What
up
are
your
we doing?
wine, gang. Cause what we talking?
What are we doing, man?
I know this.
That's
It's
what
shit
I'm
We're
up
gonna
here.
talk about basketball. We talking
here.
about squishy plushies and plushy squish.
This shit can go above and beyond. You know.
It's
We
already
got
going
paid
above and beyond. I think we're like 20 minutes deep in, or 10 minutes deep in, and you still talk about this goddamn squishy plushie. That's crazy.
Yeah, about so.
The people who know.
How far?
All right, Mel, take control of the show.
Yeah,
God
we've
damn.
been in 10 minutes now.
Take control of the show, Jamal.
man. Y'all talk NBA. NBA Finals just finished up this past weekend. Right now, if you're live with us, the NBA draft is going on right now. If you didn't know, you might want to turn it on just so you can watch the first couple picks. Or if you
Nah, don't turn that shit on. Just
don't turn that shit on. Listen to us, and then we'll tell you what the fuck going on.
Right, you're right. Appreciate
fuck,
that.
nigga.
All right.
My bad. Continue on.
All right.
I mean, individual.
F boy.
I'm a man.
Oh,
I'm a man.
F man.
But anywho, yeah, NBA finals just finished up. Thunder won it in 7. Probably could have won it in 5, like a lot of us were saying. But hey, Adam Silver said, "Hey, we gotta stretch this bitch out."
Hey man.
But that's just my funny conspiracy about.
What?
You know, nobody was really into like the cities, but that's a whole different conversation. But y'all, go ahead, break down the game. How did y'all feel about Game 7? Or when was the last time we talked? Was it Game 5 or 6? Or...
I think it was
right before Game 6.
No, it wasn't. It was right before Game 3.
Oh no, we talked last week.
Nah, we talked last week,
and that was at least Game 4.
Because I say, I know we mentioned them going back to. I know we mentioned OKC getting a split in Indiana. Did we talk after that?
So I think we stopped talking after Game 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, right
5,
before
6,
Game 5.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was 5, 6, and 7. But anywho, y'all go ahead and break down how y'all felt about these last couple games and overall.
Fully, tell me how you felt, man.
Yeah. Let me hear fully.
First of all, I want to start out my thoughts with I want to give a shout out to Tyrese Haliburton. Well wishes. Hope you recover. You know what I'm saying? After that, I want to just congratulate OKC Thunder. They were the better team. Chet stepped up. We've been waiting on Jada to step up. He played like what we thought he was. That Scottie Pippen, that second, that number 2, that robbed him to SGA Batman. So that came together. And then looking at dudes like Wallace, Caruso, just guys stepping up. They playing that championship level defense. Like it's the same added story. Like defense win championships. And as I looked at the Thunder over the season, I thought they was like consistent, dominant defense, all NBA selections across they lineup. So yeah, that's what I seen. And rightfully so, they just outlasted Indiana. They just ran out the gas at the end. Siakam tried to, and TJ McConnell tried to wheel them back in, but it just wasn't enough. So that was my thoughts.
No, that's a fact, bro. I think the series, first off, you got to touch your hat off to a good series. It was a great series. I mean, both hard fought. Definitely shout out to Tyrese. Definitely it was a sore spot in my heart. Of course, seeing people get injured, we go through this every time on the show when we see that. And so I hated to see him go down. Automatically knew what it was as soon as he took that step, and I was like, damn. But it's a part of sports. It's a part of life, and you just gotta understand that. And I think the Pacers. Well, I think it took the life out of the gym. I mean, just as a whole. But I think the Pacers did a great job trying to rally back into that Game 7 after pushing it to a Game 7 after a great fucking performance by Hallie. So ultimately, I mean, I think that like to what Cooley said though. I mean, I was wrong. I had OKC going ahead and win in 5, but the reason being is because I think what we saw towards the end, and I think what we saw in just most of the series, they were dominating, they were blowing teams out, and it wasn't just from an offensive standpoint, it was mostly on the defensive end. And just teams not being able to score against them. You heard a lot of teams talk about how they were just moving on one string and just all knew where to be at and just the defensive assignments. So you put all that together and it's just like, yeah, this team definitely deserves to win. So congratulations to them, and it's awesome. I mean, to look at them being so young and them doing that. You know what I mean? That's really, really cool. Shout out to that boy too, Dub, Chet. Yeah, you know, like that's really great for them. Like I'm happy for them and glad to see 7 years of new champions. So
Where them Thunder fans at, man?
Yeah,
I want
I
to see where
noticed
them Thunder
that
fans at,
when they
man.
were showing how past 7 years, 7 different champions. I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little bit cool. It's different because, you know, we grew up seeing a little bit more like, you might not get the same champion every year, but you was going to get a couple back-to-backs, or you were
right.
going to get a team at least in that bitch a couple times in a row. We came off the era of them was making memes about going all the way to 2072, LeBron versus Steph, and they all got like animatronics in the finals, like shit
Nah,
like
for
that.
real.
So, and then even before that, you had the Kobe and you had the Spurs, you know, and then even before that, you had the Magic and the Jordan and the Bird. It's like it's always had an era, and now we're in this new era. What is this? 2025 of the back end of 20. What is it? The 7 years. So that would be since
20, yeah, since
so really
2019.
just the 2020s. So far the 2020s has been, you know.
I do think though OKC has the potential to be the first team to win not only back to back, but to win multiple championships in this time period. You know, in the 2020s, if we want to say.
Let's before we get too far in the combo, let's get Nadi take on.
First, I'm gonna go kind of opposite. I'm gonna give a shout out to OKC in the winning championship. I knew it was gonna be 6 or 7 because right before we started up, we said I mentioned that, and I heard that OKC was the #1 defense, and Indy was a top 2 offense going into this thing, and I kept saying like, man, when it comes to the third quarter, it's OKC time. 4 quarters usually Indiana Pacers time. But like all great champions, you gotta play a complete game, a complete 48 minutes of basketball, and OKC showed that for the past. I think they showed that for Game 5 and for Game 7, a complete game. Game 7 might be, excuse me. Game 7 might have been a little easier for them, especially after halftime, because Indiana did put up a fight. Going into that, like halftime, I think Indiana was up by 148-47. Third quarter, Indy was kind of still fighting, but OKC, like I said, third quarter is OKC time. So OKC actually put the pedal to the metal and go ahead, basically putting them down for the count in the third quarter. Leading into the fourth, Indiana tried to fight back, but their arms were too short to box with them. So yeah, OKC put them away. Shout out to SGA. Man, I think to me, SGA gets the most quietest dub that I usually see. Like you see, like, oh boy, you look at his stat line, you be like, oh boy, he got like 23, or he might have like 30. But like you look at if you watch the game in the fourth quarter, he just chucking up bull. He throwing up mess, but you like, dang, how you wonder how he got to that point.
I noticed that because Game 7, I didn't get home. I was out working and just doing some responsibility shit.
Mm-hmm.
I get home, 7 minutes left in the Game 7, and then I put some stuff down to go take a shower. I come back, 5 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
Really like 4 minutes left. And then that's when it was showing SGA stats. They said he had 27, but it said he was 8 for 25. I was like, what the fuck? How the fuck?
Yeah. It's like crazy shot. It's like shots that he's taking aren't the best shots, but that OKC one-on-one offense, is like one-on-one offense with a mix of team offense at the same time. It's such a weird dynamic for them. But J-Dub, me and my boys in the office was talking about it. I think we even talked about it. This series really was based on your second best player and the others. That's where this whole entire series was based off of. who second best player was going to show up the most, and who others are going to show up the most, and basically every game, the others for OKC showed up, and of course you got to give respect to T.J. McConnell. He showed up basically every single game.
Shout out
But
Arizona.
J-Dub he literally turned it up, starting third, game 3, game 4. He literally started getting in his groove. That's when, like, you could feel the ties moving, because at that point, Siakam was cooking, and J-Dub needed to respond. You needed J-Dub to respond. And now, getting into Indiana, though, the others needed to show up. The others didn't show up. That's just what it is. Mathen tried, but it was a little too late. Miles Turner, he was a mismatch the whole entire time. He was slow on defense and offense. He just slowed on court compared to them young fellas that OKC got. Chet was cooking them. But Halliburton, man, when you talk about, like, people talk about it and people been saying he shouldn't have been out there and all this other stuff. Bro, it's game 7 of the championship. Indiana wasn't supposed to be there, but they made it there. They don't know when they're going back. They don't know when they're going back. Bro, I'm going out there every single time. I know the risk. I do. That's why, as Rick Carlisle and the team, we're prepping in case something does happen. Because at this point, bro, it's game 7. I got to give it everything I got. Because the worst case, you got to think about this. Halliburton probably would have been beating himself up if he didn't play that game. And I mean in the worst way. Because all you can think about is, bro, I could still walk. I could at least contribute something. And you saw what he did within 7 minutes. He had 3 threes in a row. He was cooking. So, like, bro, it's just, like Pat said, it's a part of the game. Especially when it comes to basketball. Sometimes you love the game so much that you want the game to love you back. And sometimes the game just don't love you back sometimes. You know? So that moment happens. So, but right now, going into really next season, the East is wide open. So now you see that the top dogs of the East basically are all hurt. So now you got to see what teams are going to step up and everything. But to go back to OKC, I really wanted to talk about Shea, because this their first championship. This is their first ever championship winning in OKC. Yes, Seattle Supersonics got a championship, but this is their first championship at OKC. Kevin Durant didn't do it. Westbrook didn't do it. Like, they can say Collison, but who is Shea now the greatest Thunder of all time? Do you consider him the greatest Thunder of all time now? Frank, I would like to hear what you think, and then go from there.
Put me on the spot. Okay. But off of that one point you made earlier, like, when Halliburton was playing, it felt like they had a shot. When he went down, because like when he hit them threes, you could feel the emotion. It was like, hey man, they got something going on. You gotta put these boys away. Then when he went down, it's like, oh yeah, show's over. So I just wanted to piggyback off that. But back to your question, yeah, you had Harden, Westbrook, KD all at the same time, and they went to the finals. It's not one of them. They just came up short. Nah, they was there at the main stage. They couldn't close it. And this is okay to me. If you ask a Thunder fan, if you ask the folks in Oklahoma, man, it's SGA. So, and he's young. Like, this ain't over. So he got a strong case, and he could easily solidify. He get one more. It's over with after that. But I say it'd be. Right now, I put him right next to KD. Now he go out there and get another one, like, and he's just, you know what I mean? I'm gonna say he the greatest OKC Thunder of all time. This is coming out party though. So I think he just put the league on notice. Like, are you gonna get a whole lot more of us? They already saying Kobe Bryant comparisons and stuff. So that's what the street's saying. I ain't say that. I'm just a news reporter. Hey man, listen.
You said you talking about that's what the street's saying, but you're the one reporting it on first hand.
I seen that.
Reveal
I
your
seen
sources.
that
Then.
trolling.
Reveal
They
your
talking
sources.
about they putting the picture next
Ain't
to
nobody said all
side
that.
by side. I'm like,
Mel, you the OKC fan.
Because I can't even sit here and act like I am. Because I haven't been paying attention to these boys in so long. So, because I easily could have been like, oh man, my NBA team won, my college basketball team won, and my NFL team won. But I can't. I'm not even gonna sit here and act.
You ain't gonna claim that?
I'm not gonna claim them boys. I haven't watched OKC since Russ left, and then even then, it's still like, nah, I'm not about to sit here and do that. So,
but from what you see, and you was there around the time Russ and them was there. What
I'm
do you see?
with you. This is my first time seeing them play for real.
Seeing Shea play
for real, like an actual full game. I never seen him play before, so it's like I don't. So I can't say yes, and it's just because of that. It's not on some like, because like if we go off of accolades and statistics, probably then yeah, sure. But if we want to just go off of what I see, then I can't say yes either, because it's like I haven't even watched the dude play. Because like I said, I've barely been.
He's up there, but I ain't just gonna come out and say, yeah, he the greatest OKC Thunder of all time.
Is Shea even a Hall of Famer?
Shea?
I don't know.
Yes.
Does the NBA, I want to say, does the NBA give you that after your first?
It count rings, very.
He's gonna be in the fame. He's gonna be in the fame. He'll be in the fame at the end of this. He'll be in the fame.
Not a Hall of Famer today. There's question.
No. I say he will be in the fame at the end of the day.
I'm asking if he's a Hall of Famer today.
I mean, if we're going based off of accolades, yes. But as right now, he'll end up being in the fame.
I'm going based off of today. Is he a Hall
of
Famer?
His resume, yes. His resume matches up.
How?
What you mean?
One ring.
Final MVP. What do you mean?
Scoring title.
How does that make you a Hall of Famer?
I mean, shit. Carmelo has up in there.
Carmelo had consistency of doing it. Carmelo also has a college championship. He also has years of Olympic championships or Olympic gold, if you want to say. Not
and Shea's been in for how long now?
7 years.
7 years. Okay.
And he's got one MVP,
one
scoring title, one Finals MVP, and one championship.
Yes, and I'll probably say he has one more of all that, except probably scoring titles, than Melo right now.
And Melo don't have. Melo. I don't even think Melo has a scoring title. But
Melo has the Olympic gold medal and the national championship.
You're right, but my thing here is just like we're going back and forth in this debate, and I think it's still. I mean, even outside of us, they're debating on if Shea is a superstar, at what level of a star he is, blah blah blah. Russ, when he dropped them triple doubles, we knew for sure after he got them 2 MVPs, blah blah blah. Like, all right,
yeah, it's kind of hard.
You just said it. It took him 2 MVPs.
Just a great team.
He only got 1 MVP. He only got one.
What I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think Shea got to do it again. You got to do it again.
Come on. Hold on. So let me get it straight. So if I say later on, I'm pretty sure he will be a Hall of Fame.
I didn't ask that question. My question was today.
Yeah, and my response was probably later on, but right now he could be. But I said later on it'll be solidified.
You're answering a different question. That's not the question that I'm asking you. The question that I'm asking you is today. You're telling me about later on.
You talking about if he retire tomorrow, is he in the Hall of Fame?
Exactly what I'm saying.
Okay, then yeah, I'm putting him in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't.
I put him in the Hall of Fame. He did all that in one season.
It's plenty of
I guess the ball pretty low, huh?
I mean, hey, we say the bar pretty low, and we about to put Derrick Rose in there because we got all in the fields for him.
I don't consider
put Derrick Rose in the Hall of
a
Fame.
first ballot Hall of Famer. I do think that he could be in the Hall of Fame maybe down the line.
Yeah, later on.
And like,
I
but I don't.
Eventually,
I love
but
Derrick
that was
Rose.
time soon.
I love Dame Lillard, but why the fuck they in the Hall of Fame?
Dame Lillard, honestly, I don't understand. He's going to make Hall of Fame because of top 75, but today he's not a Hall of Famer to me.
That my point is why are they going to be considered? How they're going to be considered before Shea, and Shea has done, huh?
They're not to me.
Oh, okay, to you, I would say to you, but to the masses.
Yeah, I put SGA over Derrick Rose. I put him over.
I can't speak for them.
I put him over. Who you just said? Derrick Rose and who else?
Damian Lillard.
Yeah, I put him over Dame.
Yeah.
But also too, what's kind of going against SGA, if I could be a critic real quick, is he did play with he's on a great team.
Absolutely, that was exactly.
He's on a great team. OKC Thunder, they had some great teams, but to win your championship with that.
But my point is, he's not. There's a difference when you have a great team and you riding back seat. He's on the great team and he's driving the bus.
Right, absolutely, bro. I mean, we're comparing them to the other leaders, Russell Westbrook and KD.
Okay, well then how about we get into this question then? Where does SGA rank amongst the current list of best point guards? We
just gonna stay with Russell Westbrook. Let's just stay with Russell Westbrook, SGA. Russell Westbrook, to me, he's a Hall of Famer.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, to me, SGA, you can. Okay, you know what? Let me go back. Let me do this. Let me do this.
It's about today. You're saying is SGA the best OKC player today? We have to add in the account that Russ is a Hall of Famer, and the things that he will never be out of the heart of the OKC fans. That's why I say SGA is going to have to do it for another year or so before I think that he could take that throne over. Even though he got that ring, shit, I'm willing to bet the fans want Russ to get a ring. God damn it.
1 second. Because right now, what I'm basically, so I went to his draft class. I went to Shay's draft class, so we could keep it on an even playing field. Because right now we're gonna keep comparing them to all these people that have been in for 20 years already. So
let's ask the question. Is he the best?
Hold up. That's why I said I'm gonna put it on the playing field. I ain't got mad at y'all. I said I'm gonna put it on the playing field. So right now,
to weigh it up on the scale.
On the scale. So guess what?
Pound for pound.
So right now, there's 5 All-Stars that was from his draft class. I'm gonna name the 5. Well, I'm gonna name the 4. It's 3 of them that was actually that was a point guards. Is SGA better than Trae Young?
Does Trae Young have an MVP?
Yes or no? Is Shea better than Trae Young?
Does Trae Young average 30 and 10?
Yes or no? Is Shea better than Trae Young?
Yes.
Okay. Is Shea better than Brunson?
Yes.
Is Shea better than Luka?
No. That boy Luka put 34 and 9. Shea gonna have a better season than that before I can say that crazy ass shit. He was fat when he did that. 34 and 8. He ain't better.
I love Luka. I love me some Luka Doncic, but man,
you asking me the questions. Now you just want to argue against my ass.
No. It's not an argument. It's not an argument. This was more of a group discussion. That's all it was. I'm not just going to argue with you because I already know Shea better than Trae Young. I already know he's better than Brunson.
He for sure better than Trae Young, for sure.
But I wanted now I'm coming down to him and Luka. Who's better at that point?
You asking me, give me Luka or give me SGA? Give me SGA.
Give me SGA. Right now, I'm leaning towards Luka. That's just what it is. I'm leaning more. I'm leaning more towards Luka
Give me SGA
in the sense
defense.
of
Luka is way better than SGA, bro. You're tripping.
yeah.
Let's just compare OKC
Do I?
to
Can
the
I?
Mavericks.
Can I say that I think Shea could pass Luka? Is
Anything
that a
is possible.
possibility?
Anything is possible.
Because I think that's a possibility.
But I don't think it's possible no more. I think if Luka was still in the
You know
Mavericks,
what? You right, Pat. You right.
But now that
might be
Luka's
better
been
than
traded,
SGA.
that shit dead.
Wait,
Giannis
you said
is better
say that
than-
again?
Now that
Luka
Luka
might be a slight notch over SGA.
Wait, say that again, Pat.
Now that Luka's been traded, that shit is dead.
What part?
That Shea getting better than Luka.
That Shea getting better than Luka?
Yeah.
Why is
Yeah,
that
that's
dead?
Like, do you know how prove it he about to be on? He about to show everybody like, yo, y'all tripping. I'm that guy.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I ain't gonna lie.
Luka gotta be. Luka gotta say. Luka gotta be
playoffs.
healthy for him to make that claim and do all that.
Bro, Luka just went to the finals the year before. What are we talking about?
And he was hurt the whole time.
Hurt this year. No,
Really? No, I ain't gonna lie. We talk about that finals run for Mavs. Luka literally was hurt that whole season, coming up to the last month of the season.
Played the entire season, bro.
No, he did not.
Didn't he make all NBA?
He did not play the whole season. I ain't saying he missed the whole season, but he ain't playing the whole entire season.
To me, Lucas is a big time player. He don't put out some guys out in the playoffs, so it's like I'm not just gonna say SGA. I'm gonna give that boy Luka his respect. He could easily surpass this, blow this whole conversation. He go win a championship for the Lakers. Then now what we talking about? You know what I'm saying?
What I mean, like Luka.
What? He went there, what? They went to the finals, what, 2023, 2024?
They had multiple, they're up against the Celtics. And previously he went to the Western Conference Final, I think twice.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, what are we talking about right now? But Luka versus who?
And that's what I'm saying. It kind of go against the SGA argument because he played on a great. This is a champion. This is literally a championship team built up and down. You know what I'm saying?
No comment.
Luka went to the Western Conference Final with like.
Well, what? Don't, man. Come on now. Why we always do that? Why do we always do that, bro? That is a nonstop thing when we start comparing players. We be like, oh, he had a great team. He went to the finals with straps. Damn, now the whole team just straps, huh? It might have been one time where that happened, and that probably was LeBron when they went to the finals with against the Spurs in 03, 04.
You can't tell me top to bottom. What's it called?
About the Orlando Magic and Dwight Howard.
You can't say
at that time, no. You can't call that straps. We only call it straps because y'all know everybody don't know their names like that. Yeah, that's the only reason.
No, they had some killers on that team.
They literally had some killers on that team.
The Mavs was top heavy. They had Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
Name another one.
PJ Washington. They had Lively.
Yeah,
they had Gafford. They had Derrick Jones Jr.
When they made it to the finals, you see how PJ Washington juice just went away?
Bro, you can say that about a bunch of people. What do you mean?
Bro, what are you saying? No,
you can say that about J.R. Smith. You can say that about a bunch of players.
You literally cannot say that about J.R. Smith.
Why not?
Smith hit crucial shots that he needed to. Y'all want to bring up one fucking moment when he didn't shoot the layup.
See, I ain't even bring up that moment. I'm talking about the time when he was slacking.
J.R. Smith was on his shit the entire series.
Oh my God. You telling me like I wasn't there in Cleveland? Oh, okay.
Penny Smith.
What you mean I wasn't?
Penny Smith, that's funny.
In 2015, 2016.
And 2017.
You were in Savannah.
In 2017, when they was there, I was there.
2017, when the one play that we're talking about, when they were going against.
I'm not talking about the one play.
Kevin Durant led.
I'm not talking about that one play. That one play was literally in Golden State. What are you talking about?
One against no, it wasn't. I believe it was in Cleveland.
It was not.
I'm pretty sure, but they were at the Kevin Durant led Golden State Warriors when it looked like Cleveland as a whole couldn't keep up with these niggas outside of LeBron and sometimes Kyrie. I don't even think Kyrie was there. Kyrie wasn't even there. It was just LeBron. So just LeBron. Like, what are we talking about?
Oh my God! Not everybody. Every fucking team that LeBron on now he gonna play with scraps.
I see what you're saying. Now.
Oh my God, bro!
I see what you're saying.
This is mind numbing every fucking time. Literally, we go okay. Well, Giannis beat Phoenix Suns, but Phoenix Suns literally just had Devin Booker and scraps. Damn. Okay. We literally scrap every fucking team now.
All I said. If you talking about him being the greatest OKC Thunder of all time, to me, the greatest OKC Thunder of all time is Russell Westbrook. I got Russell Westbrook. He's been to me the greatest Thunder guy of all time. Nigga, he had an Oscar Robertson season multiple times in his career. That's what I think is the all-time Thunder right now. When you put SGA championship he just won, he just put himself right there. If he just finish his career out, win a couple championship, maybe one more, then he finish career out. To me, he the greatest Thunder of all time.
He got to do it again.
So that's my rebuttal.
He had Michael Jordan season. He had Michael Jordan-esque seasons, 100%. You know what I'm saying? But he got to do it again.
I'm gonna say, if he wins another championship,
there's no question.
Really, I'm not. If he wins another championship, there's no question. But if he wins another MVP, that you're really up in that section of 1A, 1B in that section. Because the way I see it right now, Shea literally won MVP, scoring champion, Western Conference Finals MVP, NBA Finals MVP, all in 1 year. That's unseen, bro. That's unseen. So it's like
they won 68 games.
And if we could be honest, we could go ahead and take out Western Conference Finals because that one really just started around. If we just go just those three, guess what? That is still unseen because a lot of you don't see that many MVPs, scoring champions, and champions all in 1 year. You don't see that.
3 other people to do it. The last person to do it was Shaq.
And what 2002, 2003?
He was dominant.
That's a long time ago, bro. That's to me, that is stuff that puts you in that section. Like, and I'll be even honest, it'd be even crazier if he did that while winning championship and then literally going to like the summer and he did something like he got like a medal in the Olympics. Like that, like at that point, then I'm like, damn, that literally solidifies you in that conversation of greats.
He done jumped a lot of folks, though. He done jumped a lot
of folks. That's all I'm saying. He's jumped a lot of folks in that organization, and as of right now in the current NBA, he has jumped a lot of folks by what he has done this whole season.
I'm telling you, it's a couple guys in the league that's not doing what SGA just did. It's a lot. It's a short list. Maybe LeBron when he was in his prime, not LeBron now. Maybe Kawhi when he was in his prime.
Like, yeah, I'm saying he done passed a couple people that's been in the league for a minute too. Like hell, De'Aaron Fox. He done passed that.
Oh yeah, he done jumped him.
He done passed a lot of these dudes, man.
For sure, 100%. But to sit here and say,
okay, but I'm gonna say, how about this? Because we're gonna get into some draft talk real quick because right now they at the 3rd pick, and of course we already knew the top 2 people that was gonna get picked of Cooper Flag and Dylan Harper. Like we knew both of that was gonna go on.
Really, of course, congratulations to them boys.
And we talked about Dallas earlier. So does Cooper Flag make a huge difference for Dallas now?
I think definitely. I think this season.
You talking about initial impact?
I think this season. Well, I don't know about initial impact.
I don't think he makes a huge.
I mean, they just re-signed Kyrie.
Mhm.
Anthony Davis will be back.
Kyrie not playing next year.
Huh?
Kyrie not playing next year.
Yeah, I know. I said, but we're
That's
talking
why
about.
I'm saying it's not initial though. That's why it's not going to be
You're talking
initial.
about when you mean initial, you mean like the first year.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
like the first year. Now,
Yeah. I'm
Maybe
thinking
first
when you
3
say
years?
initial, I think the first 2 years, like first 2 or 3 years.
I mean, if we're gonna say
Okay.
first 2 or 3
Okay.
years, then yeah, for
Because
sure.
he's still in that. Because in my mindset,
He's
your
league
initial
ready. If
is
you asking that,
when you
he's ready.
when you stop doing the summer league and you stop doing the Rising Stars Challenge. That's when you're okay, bro. We fully
Let's be realistic though. Does he have to?
do both of those?
No, take Cooper
Yeah.
Flag off that fucking team and put everybody healthy. That's a playoff team.
Yeah.
So you put Cooper Flag on the team. What does Cooper really right now? And that's why I said no, because it's like right now it's just about figuring out what do you add to this team. Because healthy, we are a playoff team already, but like what's gonna be your spark? For example, Nimhart, we
Yeah, I don't like that question because when you get drafted, and it's like everybody's different. Some people just come in the league splash, just immediate splash.
right. I mean,
Some
we don't
top
know.
pick, it might take them a
It's
year.
all
Might
based
take them
off
2
of
years.
your circumstances. Because some people get drafted to like the Portland Trailblazers or get drafted to like
And you gotta play.
the Brooklyn Nets, and you have unlimited minutes, or the Utah Jazz, you get unlimited minutes. What you
Yeah.
do with those minutes, that's up to you. But you got unlimited minutes.
Yeah, it's opportunity.
When you come to a team like Boston, or when you come to a team like the Lakers and stuff like that, you got to earn those minutes. You're not easily getting those minutes off the rip.
Mhm.
So you have to earn those minutes. So
I
I
mean, he's
always
the
look at the
number 1 pick.
opportunities that you're given.
He's not about to earn shit. He's the number 1 pick.
That's true.
That
Every
nigga
coach is
get-
different. Some coaches, they don't care what pick you is, they make you go through the, you know what I mean, the process.
No, Pat has a good point because he is the number 1 pick. But to me, I look at it like that don't, because he's the number 1 pick, don't mean he's the number 1 option on that team though.
That doesn't mean that. No, that
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily mean that he's walking in on a shitty team. No, that doesn't mean that there isn't an all-star superstar on your team already. No, but does that mean that you're going to be maybe by the end of the year the 4th or 3rd option? Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
on a
Yeah,
contending team. On a contending team, not just
that's realistic. Yeah,
and like
on a contender. Yeah.
When you're
Now,
we're talking about if you're the third,
option, nobody gives a fuck by the
when
end
you're
of the
the
year.
third option though,
Yeah, cool.
on a contending team, you got a high ceiling, brother. Your ceiling high.
Or
On
is
a contending
expected.
team and you're the third option, your ceiling is high.
I mean, now
Yeah,
hold on.
That's like veteran level.
Because we don't
Initially out the league in the
know
league.
that because now look at a Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole was a third option, and
That's true.
we don't really know where he's gonna go in his career right now. So it's just back to circumstance. Because if he was still with the Warriors, he would be looking great. He would be playing. He would be developing. I believe. I think.
There's a lot of
Can I talk
flag.
about that real quick? Could you mention them? Because Jordan Poole just got traded to New Orleans.
He did.
Yep.
For CJ McCollum. And I sit there and I look at that and I go, this is a great opportunity for Jordan Poole right now. Because, really it's iffy because you went from one hellhole to another hellhole of the NBA.
Hold on.
You look at the fact that Jordan Poole, yes, he was a third option on the Warriors. He could have still been a third option on the Warriors if the Warriors would have stopped being so loyal to Klay Thompson.
Klay Thompson. The fuck this got to do with Klay?
Hold up, Pat. Hold up. Listen to what I'm saying. Yes, the Draymond shit happened. The Draymond shit did happen, yes. But it was already cracks already in that whole relationship already. Because it was already cracks there. So by that time, when they sent Poole out, they're looking to send him to Washington. Okay, Poole, this is your chance to do something that like make a splash. Too bad you're on fucking Wizards and you're gonna lose. You're gonna suck no matter what. That's why they kept him and Kuzma around for a bit, got rid of Kuzma, got whatever they could get out of him, and just got whatever they could get out of Poole. Now, Poole, this is your second chance to actually do something out of this. Too bad he's in the circumstances of he's in a hellhole of like New Orleans, bro. He ain't gonna be if he gets to a contending team. I think he becomes once again important like he was with the Warriors. But like with his options right now, he ain't gonna do nothing.
One, I think you got to look at his style of play. First off, before we go deeper into Jordan Poole, you didn't sum up what the hell this got to do with Klay Thompson because
my bad, I didn't hear you say what happened with Klay Thompson got to do with it. Oh, because when so basically before how Klay was hurt, when Klay was hurt, it was Steph and Poole. Them niggas was the splash at that point. They were the Splash Brothers.
The new Splash, yeah.
And Klay, and I think Poole was only on the team for like 2 years at that point. I want to say, or a year or two at that point. So literally,
1 or 2 years.
When Klay comes back, Poole is looking like, all right, he back. Okay, cool. What that got to do with my minutes? And they like, bro, it's Klay Thompson, bro. We need you to go to the bench. And he looking like, nigga, why the fuck I'm going to the bench? He the one coming off an injury. We don't know how he gonna play at all. So that's where it starts bumping heads a little bit. So literally, they end up winning the championship, but niggas forget that it wasn't because Klay was so good at shooting. It was because of the fact that Poole was coming off the bench giving you buckets.
Klay still gave you like 16 or Doug. Jordan
But
Poole
literally, you sitting there looking at Poole giving you basically the same thing.
Or came off the bench and they gave you the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
But Poole Poole is looking at it like, why the fuck am I coming off the bench?
Yeah, and that's cool, but that's where Steph Curry is gonna. I mean, not Steph Curry, but Steve Kerr is gonna keep down his temperament, and that's where Steph Curry and XYZ, and they're gonna bring up, nigga, we got 3 other rings.
That's true.
Look at what we can do.
That's
blah,
true.
blah, blah. This is how we've done that. That shit went out the window when Draymond Green punched that nigga in the face.
Once Draymond punches him in the face, but if you're looking at a pot about to boil over, and then you see then the Draymond shit happen, nigga, the shit done exploded at that point. He don't want to be there no more. It's over. The whole thing is over. What do you mean?
You're trying to prove your point here. No.
What do you mean?
When he was on the team, stuck there, was gonna be there, ready to sign. Draymond punched that nigga in this shit, and his motherfucking check.
He wasn't ready to sign for nothing.
Signed for 100. Yes, he was due to get signed that year.
He literally already had got the bag. What are you talking about?
He didn't.
Yes, he did. He had already got the bag the year before.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did.
He signed for 100 right after he got punched.
Bro. Oh my God. And then guess what? And what happened? He literally got traded right after he got punched.
So do you not find any common duality in that? Do you not realize that right after
if you sitting there, you telling me I'm about to get paid,
make it work, then not even to try to make it work, to just keep this shit on wraps, to just we gonna give you this, we're gonna try and move forward, blah blah blah. It could have been to make it work, whatever it's gonna be. The nigga check went up. It's a lawsuit. This is like you gotta understand that's a lawsuit still. Look, bro, let's go ahead. We'll break you off. We're going to get you this, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if these two niggas can't cooperate, we got to choose between you and Draymond. And Draymond Green is who they chose.
It was a whole mix of, everybody's going to keep pointing the finger at the Draymond shit. It literally was a mix of a whole lot of shit in that whole situation, bro. I'm telling you, that's what it was.
Bro, he would have been on that team had Draymond Green not punched him in his shit.
So if you telling me he signs a new contract. Draymond Green's contract is coming up, and he needs to sign a new contract. Right now, we're looking at Steph got a big ass contract. Klay got a big ass contract that was coming up to the end at that point. Poole just got a brand new contract because literally at that same time,
what did they do with Klay without Jordan Poole on their team?
Huh?
What did they do with Klay without Jordan Poole on their team?
What did they do with Klay without Jordan Poole on the team?
Yes.
They didn't do anything.
So what do you think they would have did with Jordan Poole on his team?
So you tell me they're going to let him walk?
Same shit. It had nothing to do with Klay, bro.
Okay. All right. Like I'm not watching it. I'm not I'm not looking at it.
It's the same shit.
Why I could okay. How about after the call?
Why wouldn't we keep him?
All right. You listen here. After the call later this week, whatever. We're gonna get on the phone. I'll call Dorian right now, who's a full-on Warriors fan who's been watching ever since, and he'll tell you the exact same shit I'm telling you.
Bro, I don't care about what a nigga who's a Warrior fan gonna tell me. The facts is here, nigga. The facts is here.
You literally just sat there and talk about, oh, y'all niggas gonna keep bringing up this one shot from J.R. Smith. You keep bringing up this one fucking punch from Draymond Green.
The facts is here.
Oh my
He signed the contract after he got punched.
Oh my God. And when did he get sent to the bench?
About these past couple picks lately?
When did he get sent to the bench? When Clay came back, right?
No. Clay was a part of the team.
Who won this debate, man? Comment.
No. We're talking about when Clay comes back from the injury.
When did he get sent back to the bench?
When did Poole get sent back to the bench?
When Clay came back, yes.
And what was he doing the whole time Clay was gone?
He was hooping.
When he gets sent back to the bench, Clay comes in. Clay is not hooping like he used to hoop.
It's a part of it. And what happened? Sometimes he didn't start, and Jordan Poole started.
Oh my Lord!
Whose job was that to manage the temperament?
He did. Oh, Steve Kerr.
So what are you talking about?
Oh my God! I forgot. I forgot who I was talking to. Exact words. Hey, my bad. Let me get right.
Did he request
Jordan Poole ended up leaving the Warriors because of how Steve Kerr treated him when Klay Thompson came back.
No, that's what you're saying. I said Jordan Poole left after he got punched. Did he request a trade? Yes or no?
Did he request a trade? No. He didn't request a trade. They end up trading him.
Right. So why the fuck when I request a trade? I'm an NBA champion. I can go to the Wizards and request a trade if I'm.
Who the fuck is requesting a trade to the Wizards? What are you talking about?
Klay Thompson taking my fucking minutes.
What are you talking about?
Fucking crazy. Nigga not worried about no fucking Klay Thompson taking his minutes. Nigga came
Why the fuck wouldn't he? If you sit there and everybody calling me the new Splash Brother, and now the OG Splash Brother just came back and took my whole type of minutes, and now everybody see that I can literally hoop, why the fuck would I want to stay on the bench all day if everybody know I can hoop?
So what are you talking about? He's gone, Najee? You sound stupid.
What?
But the niggas didn't re-sign him after he was fucking gone.
Say again?
The Warriors don't re-sign Clay, but Clay's the reason he's gone. But he didn't request a trade. So why are you gone?
If I'm sitting there and I'm hearing Klay Thompson's back, and at that point Klay Thompson is the second greatest shooter, guess what? I'm keeping that nigga on the team as much as possible. When that nigga literally started falling off the cliff, and everybody see that he's falling off the cliff, that's when I'm getting rid of the nigga. Why would I sit there and get rid of him when he's the second greatest shooter of all time? What are you talking about?
Walk us through it now. You just said Klay comes back. He's not playing good. Jordan Poole's mad. I give a fuck about the best shooter in the world, second best shooter. Clearly it don't matter.
Yeah, you playing around. So you sit there, and this is what I'm talking about. Literally, the Warriors already signing people based off of loyalty. So they're going to re-sign Klay. They're going to try to re-sign Draymond. They didn't even want Klay to leave. But they had to let the nigga go because everybody could see that the nigga's not the same.
Klay asked for an amount that they wasn't going to re-sign him for.
Because they see that he's not the same. What are you talking about?
Signing people for fucking loyalty, clearly then.
Nigga, what? They've been signing people for loyalty for the longest fucking time. What are you talking about?
Klay Thompson is
worth. They re-sign Kevin Looney just to keep the nigga on the bench. Why would they re-sign all these niggas to do nothing?
Looney just played in the fucking playoffs. What are you talking about?
To do nothing. He literally just got minutes in the playoffs. A couple minutes. 2 fucking minutes in the playoffs. He was not playing like that in the playoffs. What are you talking about?
He wasn't getting heavy burn like how he was.
No burn. He just was a centerpiece of a fucking championship team almost a couple years ago. Now he's on the bench riding that motherfucker.
That was 3 years ago.
What are you talking about, bro?
Years ago.
Oh my God, bro! You just why do I even have a conversation with you? You literally just talking out your ass. That's all you do. You're not saying no extra real fucking words.
Crazy as hell.
How?
And to bring back the fact, Draymond Green was punched by Jordan Poole was punched by Draymond Green in a training camp, October 5th of 2022.
Yes.
When did Jordan Poole sign his contract? October 15th of 2022.
Yes. So when does he get traded, Pat? When does he get traded, Pat?
No.
You right there. Pull it up. When does he get traded, Pat?
Poole already did this.
When does he get traded, Pat?
No, none of the shit you talking about.
When does he get traded, Pat? When does he get traded, Pat?
After that, clearly.
When does he get traded?
Clearly.
Pull it up. Where does he get traded, Pat? I didn't say no. Jordan Poole already signed the extension. I said they're signing him.
You're right. Let me give you the facts.
Pull it up.
Feeding you the facts. So let me give
it to you. Nigga, that's what you love to do. Feed the facts.
Yeah, because I actually know what the fuck is going on. I don't
No,
talk
you
about
don't. What are you talking about?
You
You
sound
little
dumb
sitting
as
there.
fuck.
Oh Lord, he only left because of Draymond, bro. He left for a bunch of fucking reasons. What are you talking about? Literally, one of the main reasons was the Warriors wanted the
Won the
point guard.
team in 2
Guess
days.
what? Jordan Poole was not playing the point guard that they wanted him to be. When Steph Curry comes on the court,
What
they
did they
needed a
get?
guard. Guess what? Every time Poole was in that motherfucker, when Steph wasn't there, he turns the fucking ball over. Henceforth, why they end up, guess what? Trading his ass. And who's the
As
next
they
guard that comes in? Chris Paul.
as
That's
they
what they
won a
needed, a point guard on
championship
the
with the
court
individual.
when Steph Curry's not there. What you
After
talking
winning
about?
a championship with the individual. As you just said earlier, he was a focal point in their championship. So they're gonna let
Yeah.
him go for Chris Paul. You sound dumb as fuck, bro.
What you mean? They literally they needed a guard.
I'm
What are you
done
talking
talking
about?
to you. You sound dumb
They
as
need a whole guard. What are you talking about? Chris
fuck.
Paul, why? Guess what? Chris Paul is gone.
Next
Guess who's
topic.
there
Next
now? They
topic.
got
You
Pod.
sound dumb as
Pod ain't the
fuck.
best guard,
You
but guess
sound dumb
what?
as
That's
fuck.
that's
Quit
been their
talking to
problem
me
the whole
about
entire
this shit. You
time.
sound dumb as fuck. You
How?
sound
How do
retarded.
I sound dumb as fuck? Because that's literally what you see on the
Pull for
court.
Chris Paul to get better.
They
No,
what?
who was trading Jordan Poole for Chris Paul to get better?
At that point, you guess what? Chris Paul is a guard. Guess what?
You keep trying to
Jordan
prove your
Poole
point.
is literally a shooting guard. He turns the ball over nonstop when you watch the game. What are you talking about?
Getting more shitty as you keep talking.
Because you literally just keep spewing bullshit.
You keep talking bullshit, bro.
Okay, Pat. All right, Pat. Cool. Hey, how do you feel about Kevin Durant being on the Houston Rockets? How do you feel about that, Pat?
Kevin Durant being on the Houston Rockets, to me, I don't really see it being no better because they let go of, to me, their defensive piece out of. I'm just surprised to see this nigga Ace Bailey actually got picked top 10. But I'm just shocked to see Kevin Durant. They let go of Dylan Brooks. To me, I mean, you gotta hope that Twain get better. Ultimately, honestly, I just think they too young. And it's like, yeah, they were second in the West. And I do feel like they were missing a piece for that first round. I just don't know if they were missing a piece to make it all the way to the conference finals, let alone make it to the finals. And I don't know if KD's going to have to step it up in terms of that 27 is going to have to be probably 30 this year. And even outside of that, you know, Jabari Smith and Twin and Tar Eason, they're going to have to step it up on defense. They're going to have to be, somebody's going to have to take Dylan Brooks' role. And I think that it can, well, Twin guards the guards. So Dylan Brooks guards the forwards. Somebody's going to have to slow down the forwards. You know what I'm saying? Because Dylan Brooks not stopping niggas. Nobody's stopping nobody. He slows them down. That's how they made it to be number 2 in the West. Like, it's quietly has kept the same thing that happened. Look at the Memphis Grizzlies. Look at what happened to them as soon as Dylan Brooks got traded. Ain't nobody else left the team. He slows down the forwards. He's a pest. He just does the little things that people don't pay attention to. If you watch the games and really lock in, you know it. What you think?
What do you think?
I don't think they got better. I think they got worse. NBA teams do this a lot to where they got something like a good foundation and they just blow it up too soon. And you never know what that could have gelled into or what could have happened. Cause like said previously, they so young. Does KD give you a chance to win the championship? I mean, you be in the playoffs, but I don't think he winning with KD.
I don't see it. Like, even if it was Bron, I don't see it. And y'all know I fuck with Bron, but I agree. They should have kept that young core. Maybe added to the team, not take away from anything on that team, in my opinion.
I think Houston Rockets see what they got. They see the players that they got there, and to add a lethal shooter and lethal scorer like Kevin Durant helps them. Because, like, I guess when you watch the game, you can see that Twin is about to blossom. His only problem was his offense as of inconsistency. This playoff showed that Twin could score, and he could lock up a motherfucker anytime he wants. So that's why they went ahead and
got rid of Dylan.
That's why they was okay with getting rid of Dylan, because you sit there, you look at it like this: if Twin could lock up on defense. Easton could lock up on defense. Jabari Smith could lock up on defense. And then you keep going deeper in their bench of what's the
Cam
dude?
gotta play.
Cam Whitmore?
Gotta play. Yeah, he gotta play.
He could lock up. That's you looking at it. If I'm looking at it, I get Dylan Brooks. I get the whole concept of Dylan Brooks and everything he does. But at the point, if I could give up Jalen Green, who's literally has become, he hasn't grown. He hasn't. You could still see that he plays with the mindset of, bro, we lose all the time, so I'm gonna go get mine and just do what I want. Bro,
he's not giving you 3 points.
We're past that point. It was cool and it was cute when you sit there and you at the park and niggas are jacking up threes from half court and niggas are just doing behind the back and lolly da. That's all cute and cute. But when you're now gotten to a point where, bro, we could be a contender, we could win a championship. I need you to be my guy, and you giving me 3 points, or the next game you're giving me 20. The next game you're giving me 8 and 7, and bro, I can't. You can't win with that, especially in this. And you seen it right now. You already seen it with OKC. They're hitting you with scoring. They're going deep in their bench with scoring. Your team needs to match that. It's a copycat. It's a copycat league. So guess what? Now everyone is seeing, yo, I need to get my bench deeper. Guess what? If I sit there and look at my starting lineup, I shouldn't look at my starting lineup and worry about my young star player if he's going to score or if he's going to show up that night. Dylan Brooks he ain't that much of a threat on offense. So I could sacrifice that because he's not really giving me offense. Yeah, he's giving me defense, but I have younger guys, probably younger and faster and stronger guys on my team that could probably replace Dylan Brooks.
I mean, KD himself can probably give you, because KD is at 27 points. Jalen Green,
but KD ain't a defensive guy. But that's okay because
he's a 7-footer.
We've seen it where teams like, okay, we go to the Warriors. Steph Curry was a liability on defense, but guess what? They built people. They had people around him that covers up that mistakes. And same thing could be for KD, where that team is surrounding him, covers up his mistakes for him to still average that 27, that 28, give you them buckets that you need. Because there's a guarantee you're going to get an explosion from Van Vliet. You're going to get an explosion from him. You know you're going to get what you're going to get from Sengun. Guess what?
And then KD don't have to waste energy locking up the best player.
Listen, I'm going to go. Van Vliet is iffy.
I like Van Vliet off the bench. Not for the money.
Who do you have as guard? Who do you have in point?
They got to figure that out. They got to figure.
Okay, if you say Van Vliet on the bench, then if you go to get a guard, what are you looking for in your guard? Are you trying to go see if you can get TJ McConnell? Are you seeing you could go get somebody like? What are you going to go get? Because you have to understand, Van Vliet. Yes, he lacks in size compared to all the other West guards who are all much taller than him. Not much taller, but are bigger than him at this point. He picks up in that scoring and that dog. That dog that's in him. So that's
for sure. But Van Vliet,
he's a vet with a championship. So he has that championship pedigree.
Moving the needle though, like what did he average this year?
No. He moved the needle for them.
Score in the playoffs.
He moved the needle for them.
What are you talking about? If you watch the games,
no. I'm just saying because Van Vliet, when they said they signed him the first time, we said, oh shit, that's what they need because you need that vet, that championship pedigree on that team. And when they got Dylan Brooks, we was like, okay, that's cool. They got Dylan Brooks. He's a great defender. But you always knew, I don't know if you knew, but I always knew Dylan Brooks wasn't going to stay on that team long. That's just what it is. He doesn't.
Yeah, it was kind of like an experiment.
He wasn't going to be on that team for long. He was on there for 2 years?
He could have been on the team, bro. It didn't have to go
Van Vliet like that. I don't know where this disrespect comes from.
I rather trade.
I'm not disrespecting Fred Van Vliet, but what I'm saying is it's just like, I need me another point guard, bro. Like, if I can go and find me, like, for example, and I'm not saying this is even possible, but if I had De'Aaron Fox, I'd be talking. If I had Jalen Suggs, and Jalen Suggs is a young buck, I don't even think he much. he much right now. If I had Drew
Magic ain't giving that up. Magic ain't giving that up.
Holiday, like these are.
Yeah, how you gonna get them? How you gonna get them guys?
Drew,
It's
yeah,
possible.
you could possibly get Drew.
I'm not even saying it's possible right now. I'm just saying better fits to me than Fred
I think he's a
VanVleet.
good fit for that team. Me personally.
I say, me personally, I would say Houston need to draft a point guard.
I agree.
I can see that.
Draft the point guard. That's
But
the best way to get it. Because
you
have to start looking at what's the landscape of the NBA right now.
But
You're not about to be able to go and get and pick up whoever you want no more, like we used to see, and then they move on from there. Nowadays, you're getting rid of people for what you really need. And what you need to get rid of is sometimes, damn, I really didn't want to get rid of them, but I need to improve somewhere. We just saw it with Boston. Boston is giving away players right now because of what's going on. That's just what it is. They giving away Drew Holiday. They robbed the Portland Trailblazers because I think Anthony Simons is a bucket.
Yeah, that was a stick up.
He's a young bucket, and they got a draft pick out of it. That's a steal. They just got rid of Porzingis for Sadiq Bey, and they got what's the dude name? Shit, what's his name? They just got Sadiq Bey and what's that dude's name, man?
Terrence Mann went to the
Terrence
Nets.
Mann. They got Terrence
Mann. That was a good pickup.
He went to the Nets.
Who, Terrence Mann?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
who did?
It was a 3-way trade.
But who did Boston grab though?
Nobody.
Oh, I just had.
No,
unless it was just Sadiq Bey.
No, it was
They either got George Niang or they got Terrence
George Niang. That's my bad. They got George Niang. Yeah.
Cool. I like Terrence Mann better for that team.
A pickup of George Niang and Anthony Simons. Niang probably won't be on that team for long. They're probably gonna trade him.
Yeah, they probably use it for some bait.
But I'm just saying, like Houston, I feel like with KD,
I think we robbed them.
That makes a little move, I think, to me. I think that puts them in the section of I think the deepest they probably go is Western Conference Finals. That's the deepest they could get.
Ooh, the Rockets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the Rockets going to the finals.
Because really, I don't think they're going to the finals. I think Western Conference Finals, because really, this all depends on how much does Twin grow.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on him.
Does he make a big leap next year?
Jabari Smith.
Huh?
Jabari Smith, Twin or Jabari Smith?
Yeah, Jabari Smith.
You gotta be a knockdown.
This might sound crazy. But the lineup of KD and Jabari Smith, I'm a huge fan of. I think Jabari Smith could be under the wings of Kevin Durant, and that could be a great thing.
He kind of get overshadowed because they had Green. He came off the bench.
He really got overshadowed because he wasn't as aggressive as he should have been until the last minute of the playoffs.
Well, yeah, the playoffs, but
no, I mean, I'm saying he didn't really be aggressive until the playoffs.
He was going against Draymond and things, but I mean, he just came back like right before the playoffs. He was hurt really most of the season.
Yeah.
So but I think the team itself. I mean, it's going to be a very talented team, but is it going to win a bunch of games? Is it going to win the West? Does this put you over OKC? No.
No, because OKC keeping the same team.
At least
they're not losing anybody, and if they are losing anybody, it's probably scraps. But they literally got draft picks for days, so they literally are replacing you with somebody younger now.
So you
might be 24, but I'm getting somebody that's 21. So
yeah,
it's not like a big loss because literally with this whole second apron stuff, you're gonna start seeing everybody moving crazy. Everybody gonna be getting traded. I just saw that they was talking about what's his name? Damn, they saying New York looking at Cat getting traded. They talking about Giannis being traded. They're talking about all these teams, all these big names are getting traded because some of these teams can't keep all these people. Teams are going to start getting blown up more. You have to win. You're gonna have to win, and you're gonna have to start learning how to do the OKC method because. And it felt like OKC got ahead of the curve before anybody. They got abundance of picks. They got enough picks to survive them for a while. And what? I'm about to draft this good guy, develop him, and then going from there. What? How long Dort been in the league? What, 4 years now?
Like
Maybe
four
four
or
or
five.
5 years.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little like that's a payoff right there. If I drafted you 5 years and we won a championship and you was one of the lead defenders on our team, that's a payoff.
Now you getting interest if you do anything after that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been
But
saying it. OKC kind of gave you the formula, like in 2025, this day and age, how the rules, how the game set up, how to build a championship. Do the draft, trades,
minimum trades. Minimalist
minimum
trades.
trades, but more draft picks.
Minimalist trades and minimalist signings. So you're looking at when they signed Hartenstein, it was like, oh, okay, they got Hartenstein. That's cool. Like nobody really thought about it unless you knew that Hartenstein could hoop. Then when they got Caruso, it was like, okay, the boys
Championship piece.
they making some moves now. That's a move right there because that's a great team. All they needed was that vet, and guess what? That's all you need sometimes. Got to get that right. Got to get the right ingredients.
You get a splash of veteran leadership, playoff championship pedigree, just a splash. You get a whole dose of some youth.
You got to get the right formula. You find the right formula. You win the championship. Right now, like I said earlier in the pod, like literally right now, Indiana is in a tough spot right now because Indiana, well, not Indiana, sorry, the East is in a weird position. It's wide open. Anybody can win next year. Anybody, because you got to think Tatum's going for the rest of the season. Tatum gone, Halliburton gone, Dame out, so that means Giannis might be going from the Milwaukee Bucks by the time he comes back.
Cleveland beatable, they fake.
Cleveland beatable. So really, you're looking at teams like the Knicks. This is the Knicks' chance to get to the chip. You're looking at like the Magic. What can they do in this situation? Like you can't. What teams are going to step up? What team's going to make that leap? Because it's wide open. Guess what? Is Joel Embiid gonna come back healthy?
Who knows?
He's been going all season.
I mean, hell, but we've been doing this for what? How long now? Talking about the process.
What you talking about?
Joel Embiid. This process.
But the 76ers ain't about to do nothing. But why we playing? Hey, why y'all playing with me right now in my face, man? Why you sitting here playing in my face, bro?
Trust the process.
That team ain't not, but they in the whole 200, 300 million off of Paul George. We don't. He a question mark and be the question. Stop playing in my face, man.
This might be the year.
It's a whole lot of question marks on that team.
It might be the year.
Man, y'all better stop playing with us, man.
Jordan McCain coming back.
Wait till Jalen Johnson come back, man. That's all I'm saying. Wait till Jalen Johnson come back, man.
Oh, you think? Hey. When I said the East is open, I didn't mean for y'all. I did not mean for y'all.
All these teams beatable, man. I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. All these teams beatable, and now they're even more beatable. That's what it sounds like, right? Okay, then.
It ain't for y'all though. Miami? Oh yeah, we about to make a move.
I don't know about all that.
Okay.
Y'all know who about to go ahead and run through the East next year. Detroit basketball.
If we get Russell Westbrook, we moving up the hill.
Y'all been saying if we get this person,
no.
We get him. We're supposed to get him last year.
You listen to the wrong
Y'all
folks.
keep saying what we supposed to be doing, who we supposed to be getting. What y'all doing now?
Listen here. You bringing up the wrong stuff. Because my statement was...
You've been singing the same tune for the past 4 years.
No, I haven't.
All right, bro.
All I'm singing, the only tune I've been singing is all these superstars want to come to Miami, but nobody can come. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying.
Who fault that is?
Hey, man. First of all, how 1 minute is all you got to do is trade away this. You got to trade away motherfucking like Jaime Jaquez, and no, really, it'd be like, oh, we're gonna trade away Thomas Bryant and 3 first-round picks, and you guys could get motherfucking like Brandon Ingram. Next minute, when
See,
it
this
comes to
what
us,
happened. Y'all got backdoored by Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler backdoored y'all.
when it come to us, is we got to give up Jaime, we got to give up Khalil Ware, we got to give up Jovic,
Yeah,
we
give
got
up the goods.
Keon Smith, and we
Y'all
got
want
to
to
give
have
up.
all the talent and get a superstar? It don't work like that, cuz.
Bro, how you want us to give up 5 players and 2 first-round picks for one player? That's crazy. One player, no picks. That's crazy, bro. You want a haul. Nigga come looking at us like we fashion over. They want a haul.
You gotta give up the goods, man, if you want the
Man, that's
goods,
crazy,
bro.
That's crazy.
Pull your panties down, bro. That's all we saying.
It's
Hey.
the Pat Riley, bro. That's all it is.
That's all I'm saying, bro. Y'all be how you gonna go up in here? You want 2 t-shirts, 3 pants, 4 overalls, you want some shoes, some socks, and you want a motherfucking hat and jersey all for
Y'all
$3.
better bust a move now. You got Bam. He ain't gonna get no younger. He gonna be in a minute. He gonna be like, all right, y'all ain't doing nothing over here. I'm about to go.
Nah, Bam
What
staying.
you mean, bro?
Bam based on loyalty, he gonna be there.
All right, that's the Miami way, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
You ready
Drink
to
the
go
Kool-Aid. Drink the Kool-Aid.
We gonna test that loyalty.
girl, nigga. It's over with.
D player trying to win nowadays, ain't man? All right, but you
think-
still living in 2012.
You think he gonna be still him? Hero might get traded. I ain't gonna lie, Hero might get traded.
Once Hero leave, then what you think Bam gonna think? I'm just gonna stick it out in Miami, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bam
Wishful
said.
thinking.
Then when we end up with De'Aaron Fox, don't say nothing.
I just find it's just funny to me how people just optimistic when it comes to their team. But I just find that, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to everybody,
You that was just having a hoot. You was just hooting and hollering, having a temper tantrum when we brought up that no one mentioned your team. Oh, okay.
we actually have something y'all don't.
What?
We have young talent. You niggas is getting older.
All right, this has been a great episode of Heavily Opinionated Podcast. This has been a great episode of Heavily
How long
Opinionated Podcast.
y'all been having Tyler Hero? Like, okay,
it was a great,
y'all done
it
went
was
to
a
the
great
finals
night.
and back.
Y'all
Like,
boys enjoyed the
Y'all are
draft.
young.
Y'all literally sit there and y'all just, y'all have a great week.
and then he want to do this. He want to do this when somebody say something about his little team. He want to do this
because you just out of nowhere, your statement was, "We got something y'all don't got. We got youth, nigga. Do you know who you talking to?
Y'all got you. Y'all got some youth.
We got. So why you even make the statement then? If you're gonna backtrack,
They got great.
You just wanted a reaction.
Y'all got some youth. Y'all don't play. Y'all sneaky. Y'all be hiding players.
How about this, Frank?
Y'all have youth on y'all bench.
Something that y'all don't got. We got playoff appearances. We actually show up we get in the playoffs, except for y'all.
Now we don't get in the playoffs. Okay.
Oh, that's the soft spot for you, huh? Because last time I checked, last 3 years, we don't beat y'all in the play-ins to get you to bounce your ass up out of there.
It's true.
That is true.
Hey, okay. Everyone, stay tuned. Next week we got something special for the pod. Other than that, y'all boys.
What y'all gonna do this year?
Before we get up out of here.
Roll you up.
We gonna see.
We conference finals bound.
That might be true.
Every time you say every time you say we, I'm in my head, I know you're talking about the Pistons, but in my head, I think you're talking about the Hawks every time. I don't know why.
I think he's talking about. I be thinking he's talking about the Heat.
That's what?
Because when I met you, you was a Heat fan, but
he was a LeBron. He's a LeBron.
It was because of LeBron. So it's like I always just think that.
Well, only because he's there in the town, so I think he's talking about the Hawks. But
don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong.
People in Atlanta don't root for Atlanta.
I need Bron to get that 5th ring.
No, why do you need him to get a 5th ring?
because it just seems to be like people don't respect shit unless you got 5 because Kobe's got 5 and this and that. So it's like
But we do have 5.
I just need him to go ahead and
You
get
got
that
5 with the same team too.
That's what people start
Y'all about to say
Like-
they'll find another argument like that.
That's
If he
what
gets
people
5,
start
they'll
doing.
still
You
be
see
that.
what I'm
So it's like it
Nah,
won't
it's-
change nothing.
But no,
If
the
that's
argument
what
would
he needs
probably
5 for,
he
it
got
ain't gonna change
5,
nothing.
but it took him how many chances to get 5?
Yeah,
Gotta be-
But fuck that. But how many times is Kobe a Finals MVP on his 5?
what, twice maybe?
Exactly.
I think twice.
But still,
Exactly.
they'll still
How
have
many?
an argument.
How many times is Bron a Finals MVP on his?
What, 4
Probably
times?
all of them, I think. I think all
Exactly.
of them. Yeah.
Huh.
Exactly.
Womp. You can't change that, man. Four rings, but how many times was he in the finals? Like 7 times?
10.
Damn. Okay.
10?
Oh, my bad. Okay. I didn't know it was 10. I thought the nigga was only went like 7 times, but 10 is
He
crazy.
been in the finals his whole career.
4
I
out of
wanna
10
say
is
for real.
crazy.
I want to say for real, like how many times?
I think he's like 4 and 6 or some shit.
Nah,
Who?
I want to.
Who?
LeBron and his record in the finals like 4 and 6 or something.
No, it's way worse than that.
It got to be 4 and 6. Yeah. Well,
No,
one
he's
four.
been
He
there.
won
He's
four,
been there
4
10
and
times.
6.
Yeah, he's been there 10 times. So yeah, 4 and
Yeah.
6.
4
4
and
and
6.
6.
But you got to think about that though. Like one of those 6, he went with the Cavs. Nobody was on that team, but he made it, and they lost to the Spurs.
No, you can't do
There was-
that though.
There
You
was
can't
13
keep.
other
You can't
cats
do
on
that.
team.
If we gonna put
If-
SGA up there, we gotta knock LeBron up there.
No. I'm the only reason I'm saying you can't do that is because every time he loses in the finals, it can't be an excuse of why he lost in the finals every time.
It's always an
There's-
excuse.
it's
The
reasonable
LeBron section
reason.
is gonna say it's the team.
Because literally,
whatever.
you can say that. Okay,
That's
so
not
what?
reasonable is the Mavs.
Jordan-
The Mavs, they've straight up lost.
Kobe went to the finals.
Okay.
What, like 8 times?
And it was reasonable reasons why he lost sometimes.
And
Except for
he's 5 and 3.
one time. Well, technically, actually, still because
He lost to Detroit. He
Boston was a
lost
better
to
team.
and he lost to Boston. That's the only 2 times he lost.
Boston was a better team. Detroit,
Was a better team.
nah,
It was a better team.
It was a better team.
Fuck, they were not. What are
Yes.
y'all?
Okay.
They
All
were-
right.
They were the better team.
All right.
Defensively, they were the better team.
Okay.
You could, okay, Lakers was
What?
You want to talk about
was a great
all-time
team.
great teams?
Lakers was a
What?
great team, but it was really it was
Man.
off it was the same formula for them because it was off the back of Kobe and Shaq. Because the
That's
rest of
what
them
I'm
was all
saying.
name value. Because Carl Malone was old, Gary Payton was old as shit.
Bro, they had Rick.
Yeah.
What that boy name?
Rick Fox,
Rick
Fox was
Fox.
still good, but I don't
Had
think Robert Horry was there.
couple rings under him.
Who?
Derek Fisher, Rick Fox.
Oh no, I can't. You keep
Yeah, they had a
cutting out.
young Derek
When I'm
Fisher.
saying
Derek
who,
Fisher
I
was
can't hear you.
cold.
For real,
You got Gary Payton, but at the
He
end
was
of the day,
washed at that point.
at the end of the day, bro, you had Kobe and Shaq still on versus
5.
the Pacers. I mean, but not the Pacers, the Pistons, and the Pistons, bro. Like they had,
How you a Detroit fan? You don't know how great them fools was.
like, bro, them boys was a great team. I'm not saying that they weren't.
Yeah.
I'm not. They
They
weren't
were
better.
better.
They were not better than the Lakers.
This man Ben Wallace won Defensive Player of the Year. What are you smoking?
They were not better than the Lakers.
Okay, bro.
Ben
You a
Wallace,
Pistons fan, though.
Ben and Rasheed was
I'm not delusional.
was devastating. Those
It's
two was
okay.
devastating down in the post.
You right. Kobe
Defensively.
was better. Kobe and his team, whoever was on that
And then
team.
you talking about Rip.
That's why they won.
Rip, and then you talking about Prince and Billups. Man,
And with him, yeah, you right. You right. Kobe team was better.
Them boys were all in the league for years on out before that, and were regular people in the league outside of Billups and Sheed. No one would even be saying all of this about Rip nor
Well,
Tay.
she Wallace been that guy.
I said
For-
outside of. Did I not say outside of Billups and Sheed? Are you not
Rip
going to
Hamilton
repeat?
been that guy.
I don't need a parrot. I don't need a
Okay,
parrot.
but you a
Rip
Pistons
Hamilton
fan. You
Rip
should know. I
Hamilton
just I wish you
Rip
would know
was
the
that
history
guy,
of the
and
team
when
you
he
root
Just say
for.
what I'm already saying. What I'm
Rip
already
was
saying.
that guy when he went to the Bulls.
I don't need you to say it again. Rip
Prince?
was not that guy when he went to the
You
Bulls.
getting mad, but
Huh?
you wrong,
He
bro.
was not that guy. He was a part of the team, and he was a focal. Not really.
He was a bucket for them for
He was a
minute.
bucket. He was a scorer. He was a
He
scorer.
was a key point of that team.
was a scorer, a key point scorer. Like that was his job. He did the same thing for the Pistons. He was a scorer. He wasn't like he was never Ray Allen for Milwaukee Bucks. Never. There was never a day that he was Ray Allen for the Milwaukee Bucks. He was never Ray Allen for the Seattle.
Who was on that team for Ray Allen and the Bucks?
Shit, I don't fucking know.
Exactly.
Who else was on the team with Rip for the Bulls?
At that point, that was when he was there when Derrick Rose was there. What are you talking about? He literally comes up and he's there.
Rip was there before that. I thought you was talking about before that. Rip didn't start his career with Detroit. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Rip career.
You're talking about just in general before? No.
I'm talking before Detroit.
I'm talking about after he leaves Detroit. You said after Detroit, so I'm like, okay, after Detroit.
I'm saying before Detroit. Before Detroit, the only people who were something was Chauncey and Rashad.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. You're right on that point.
After they win and come together, and it was a great team, accumulation of a great team. I'm not saying that it wasn't, but at the end of the day,
all I'm saying they was better than that team that year. That's all I was saying. Now, did Kobe and the Lakers get better and they became better than them? Yes, but that year
they broke up after that. They didn't get better than them after that. They broke up.
Who?
But technically, the Lakers, Kobe and Shaq. But technically, I mean, the Lakers won 56-26, and the Pistons won 54-28. So they were comparable teams. We can say that. We can't say either team.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave out. So right now, LeBron is still gonna be number 2 in my book, but sometimes every time he loses in the championship, it's not always an excuse to it. Sometimes just a better team won. But some of them, it was just him by himself. I think two of them where it was just him by himself facing off against these teams. But all the other times, he just got beat by the better team. But with that being said, your boy Playboy Troy is out. I'll talk to y'all boys later.
I can list 3 times when LeBron was playing by himself in the finals. I can list 2 times where he actually lost straight off the bat, 100%. But Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt 14-15 when he took I want to say it's 07 or 08 Cavs to the finals. And when LeBron had to play against fucking the KD-led fucking Warriors, like, nobody was beating them until niggas got injured, literally. Like, KD and Clay had to get injured for a team to win.
I'm just saying, man, Kobe found a way. You know what I'm saying? He'd be finding ways.
Those teams.
Yeah, he faced better teams. You're right. He didn't face
No, he didn't. No, he did not.
Kobe was playing the same team that put LeBron out his first championship.
So you're telling me that
you were playing the Spurs every year, you playing the Mavs every year, the same team that beat LeBron. You was playing every year in the West.
How many rings does Tim have?
Year in, year out, year in, year out. Not just in the finals like LeBron.
Don't Tim got
that's
6?
Your boy though.
Don't Tim Duncan got 6?
That's your boy.
Tim Duncan got 6 of them?
Yeah, that's who he was playing every year. Tim Duncan.
And Shaq without Kobe
and the Jazz. We forgot about the Jazz because they never went to the finals. Okay.
I mean, not Shaq without Kobe. Kobe without Shaq has how many?
You said who?
Kobe without Shaq has how many?
2.
I can't recall.
2?
2. But Tim got how many?
Yeah, they was dominant.
But Tim got how many? Answer the question, though.
Yeah, they was dominant.
Answer the question, though.
And that's who he was playing.
Answer the question, though. How many?
How you gonna get to the final? You gotta beat that team. They in the West.
How many does Tim have?
How did he get to the finals, Pat?
How many does Tim have? Let me ask you that again. Kobe got how many without Shaq?
And what you remember when Tim Duncan won his first championship, right? They went back to back, right? In the 90s, right? In the 90s, right?
I'll answer your question afterwards.
In the league, Pat. 96.
They
went back to back. 98, 99. Kobe was in the league.
I don't need you to answer for me. I just need you to answer my question and I can answer yours because I know the answers. I don't need you to answer mine. I just need.
But that's your boy, though. The same teams LeBron was
Yeah, you
losing
can't
too.
answer my
Same
questions.
team
Though.
Kobe was
It
losing
doesn't
too.
add up. It doesn't add up when I ask you those questions. But to answer your questions, Tim Duncan, I believe, was drafted in 1989. I want, or not in 89,
I'm talking
98.
about when he won his first championships, fool. Not when
He
he was
won his
drafted.
first, and he won his first championship. I want to say in 2000. Kobe had been in the league from 96. Or no, I'm sorry. No. I'm lying to you. It's a first around. He won his first championship, I want to say, in
When did
98.
Shaq get to the Lakers?
In 96.
So they beat Tim Duncan already, right? When they was with Shaq and Kobe, right?
Yes, let's say it again. When it was with Shaq and Kobe. So you
And like
think
I said, my point still stands.
LeBron? You
The
think if
same
LeBron
team that LeBron had to play. If LeBron's so great, they find a way to beat him.
with the most dominant player in the game ever, not just any time period ever, and at the time that he was winning MVPs.
So when he went, it's his teammates. But when LeBron loses, it's his teammates.
It was when Kobe won 3 rings off of fucking Shaq's back.
So what happened when they had Wade and Bosh?
He lost.
To
What
the
happened
Mavs, right? Who
Kobe,
did they lose to, Pat?
when Kobe placed
To the Mavs, right?
in the conference finals?
Man, Kobe used to dog walk the Mavs every playoffs. What are you talking about, bro?
The Spurs in the conference finals. What happened when Kobe faces the Spurs in the conference finals? The same team that lost to LeBron and D Wade.
Yeah.
In the finals.
Yeah. Then what Kobe did, he beat them teams with Pau Gasol.
So he lost to them. He lost to them as well. He beat them, but he also lost to them as well.
Yeah, and he had to play them year in and year out.
That's the shit y'all forget. Y'all always just want to talk about the one side. Don't forget how many times the nigga lost to them. The 2 times that he won.
He actually got a winning record in the finals.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he do. He went 5-3.
Bro, by himself, what does he have? With Shaq, he has 3.
So we just gonna take it away because Shaq was dominant too? It needed both of them. They don't win without Kobe.
We're talking about Kobe and LeBron. We're not talking about Shaq and Kobe. Are we not?
LeBron played with Shaq.
And they didn't win. So why are we bringing that up? Why are we bringing
he's the
Shaq?
dominant player ever.
What are we talking about?
You just said.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Shaq would tell you.
I got a prime LeBron. I got an over the hill.
Just like Kevin Garnett when he played with Paul
Pierce. Can't win a game. I can't win a game in the finals.
You sound drunk. They won plenty of games. They didn't make it to the finals.
I can't take Shaq to the finals, and I'm LeBron.
Paul Pierce nor Kevin Garnett.
Wade did it. Kobe did it. Why LeBron can't do it? LeBron's so great though.
Shaq took Wade to the finals. Look up the stats. Wade won the finals.
All right, who won the finals for them boys in the finals?
Wade won the finals with the accomplice and help of Shaq.
So that means it took both of them, right?
Exactly. So look up the stats. That's my point.
But LeBron had Shaq too.
To meet ride and hate, but make it make sense.
It's not meat riding, but they got the same teammate, and that nigga won, he won.
Make
and
it
then
make,
I give you the same teammate, he lose.
If I have a teammate,
meat riding, bro?
Teammate at 38, that's 2 different
same team.
No, it's fucking not. You sound drunk as hell. Russell Westbrook today is not the same Russell Westbrook from OKC.
Shaq wasn't the same Shaq back in 2002 with Wade.
Thank you for making my point. So by the time he got to LeBron, he wasn't that. So what are you talking about?
I'm just saying how great LeBron is. Y'all say how great LeBron is. Y'all love to say how good these players is, bro. And they be having the same teammate versus the same team. Don't get mad at me because I'm talking about your favorite player.